happen.
You had a good time over here.
I tell you what.
Oh.
Let's
Now
go
we're
read it.
doing it now.
Are you serious?
Yeah. If I can write my email address in there.
You're on.
Yeah, right.
I'm in a book club besides,
Perfect.
and I have a lot of people that are going, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Who do we believe?
You guys can talk about that till the end of time. There's so much information in there.
Your phone number's in there if we can donate, right?
You know what? If you find that the idea is new and original, if you just tell people to type my name in on YouTube, people will respond very well to that. This week as well, and I
So
guarantee.
you the man that wrote it?
Yes, I am the man.
How did these ideas come to you? It's amazing. You could go to sleep and wake up with
No,
some of
I
this.
was upset 5 years ago and decided that I wanted to spend a lot of time working on it.
So may I ask, what is this all about?
Well, congratulations. This is the big part of it.
He is the author. He'll be able to answer a lot more questions than me. Very knowledgeable on the subject.
What we're talking about is, so Switzerland was the center of all countries' negotiations and business negotiations for the last 200 years. All the peace deals and every deal on the internet and international shipping was designed in Switzerland. Switzerland can't hold that role for the next century because the last 200 years was mostly Europe was kind of in charge of the world. Now we have new superpowers, whether they're Chinese and Indian and Brazilian and Southeast Asian and American and European. So we need a new center that reflects the diversity of the new world in a way that Switzerland could never do. California, and I extensively argue with this in the book, is the only place, land area in the entire planet that has all of the different superpowers peoples having lived together in over a century. So it is either us to supply this new global center role, or there simply will not be one. And we can either have all these jobs and get out of the recession, or we can stay in the recession. So get rich, help the world, or stay in a recession and the world gets no future peaceful negotiations.
So what do you think about the president?
This has absolutely nothing to do with the upcoming elections. What I'm talking about is something that takes 5 to 10 years to do and has an impact over the next 100 years. The current elections are going to be decided in 2 months and they'll last for 5 years. It's not really reflective. And regardless, this is about the way the federal government treats California. And frankly, with trade deals, we've had trade deals held up for the last 4 years and for the 8 years prior to that. And for security money, it's still been the same. All of the same fiscal issues have been the same. The president before and the current president, and I predict whoever's elected, they'll still be the same.
Well, they say that California's broke. Is that true?
Yes, but not because of us. Here's the thing. We all pay federal income taxes. It pays for the military, Social Security. On top of that, there's $60 to $70 billion left over in extra money that never comes back. It pays for roads, schools, dams, levees, seaports, and 35 other states. By the way, the federal government for the last 20 years has said California has the worst public schools, the worst roads, the worst dams, and the worst levees.
Am I right?
Yes. And yet you and he and I continue to pay for 35 other states to continue to have better roads, schools, levees than we already have. So we have the worst in the country, the feds know this, and we keep paying for 35 other states that have even better systems than us. By the way, this has gone on for 3 decades. Past 5 different presidents. 2 of whom have been Democrat, 2 of whom have been Republican. The reaction of the feds to us taking our money and not giving us anything will always be the same. So when you ask like does it have anything to do with elections, my argument is no. It's completely independent of parties or current political systems. What I'm talking about is we keep our wealth here and we make sure that all of our public schools are the best, roads, levees, dams, seaports. Did you know that the levee over Sacramento is as bad as the one in New Orleans before Katrina? They've known that for 10 years. We've gotten no money to fix it. It would have the equivalent amount of people either killed and displaced. The federal government's known about this through 2 different presidents, no money, and still no money. Aren't we worth protecting? Isn't it worth us keeping some of our money? Did you know we never got our 9/11 security money for 5 years after 9/11? Homeland Security Department, by the way, this is all documented in the book, said the most vulnerable place in all of America to terrorist attack is California. We got a fraction of our money. The majority of it went to Texas and Florida for 5 years after 9/11, leaving us open to terrorist attack. We never got it. We have money taken away, and we never get what we're paying for. It's going to stay that way unless we do something radical. By the way, we're in a recession, the likes of what we haven't seen in a century. No one's presenting any new ideas, whether they're Republican or Democrat. That's thoroughly documented in the book. This is at least a new idea. It's radical, but it's new, and everything that they're offering as solutions is already been tried.
Yes, him.
Yes, sir.
He's the
Yes,
author.
You know, we all wish somebody come out with this bright ideas and change everything. Not just our state, but the whole thing.
I'd like to change all of America. I think it's a big enough challenge just to change our state. And then we have what it takes to pull this off, to be the new world center in a way that no other state or really any other country does. By the way, if you type the name in or the title on any search engine online, book reviews, videos, articles, everything pops up, or just go to YouTube.
Yeah, that's good too. We a few weeks away from go vote for the next president, and we don't know which one is which. I don't know if I keep the old ones or get the new guy.
As far as this book is concerned, as I was explaining to that gentleman there, that it has no effect. We're going to be treated the same way by the feds, no matter who wins. We're going to continue to have money sucked out of us. We're going to continue to not get money for things that we deserve money for. It doesn't matter who wins, that's the way it's been. It's going to be, because this is the way it's been for the last 30 years. Yeah. Thoroughly documented. We lose $70 billion in taxes a year. And yet we have the poor schools, the poor roads, everything. Why don't we get some of that money back?
What is $45 billion a week they're going to pump into the economy? They're going to do?
Oh, Bernanke, the federal, the Federal Reserve.
45 billion is a lot of money.
Yeah, no, they're essentially turning our dollar into the peso.
Where are they going to put it?
They're going to spread it around, and when I talk about how we lose $70 billion, that's real money that's been made. The Federal Reserve is just printing extra money, so it's effectively
lessening the value of the dollar.
How they back up all this money they print?
They don't.
They don't.
Because see, if I had
They back it up with China's credit.
if I go get some money in my bank, I had to have some money.
Right.
Not the federal government. They don't. That's not how they work.
They just print it.
So it doesn't matter which one we're going to go, Democrat,
Yeah.
Republican.
Nope.
It's going to be the same.
The Federal Reserve tells the president what to do. Alan Greenspan, when he was the Federal Reserve, said that on CNN. He goes, I tell the president what to do, not the other way around. He actually said that. You can YouTube that, Alan Greenspan. It doesn't matter who's elected president. They do what the Federal Reserve says. There is no debate, and there is no difference.
So you think the answer is here?
Yes.
Or some of the questions we always ask?
At least the discussion has started. There's a solution on the table. There is no solution on the table anywhere else, really. Anything different.
I have that documented. Whether you're Republican or Democrat, neither side is offering new ideas. I have multiple citations from newscasters saying there is no new ideas.
We need a new people with a different name, not Democrat, something in the middle. What we need.
We as Californians can save ourselves. I don't know about the rest of the country. Basically, we have what it takes to shift our economy over in the way that Switzerland did, where we would have jobs for you, your kids, and your grandkids secured for the next century. Or we can stay in this permanent recession that we've been in. By the way, again, neither party is offering any new idea that you haven't heard in the last 30 years.
Like I say, at this point, like I say, it's a few weeks away that people are voting which one we're going to vote. And everybody's killed each other. I'm better, it's good, it's bad, blah, blah, blah.
It's going to be the same. Perfect example. we've had a trade deal with California signed with different Asian countries that if it was passed by the feds, would have created about 50,000 new jobs here. George W. Bush sat on it for 4 years, Barack Obama sat on it for 4 years. Different presidents, exact same reaction. Sit on this trade deal in the middle of a recession that's giving us $50,000 because we're not that important. Doesn't matter what the leanings are. We're way on the other side of the country. We're a cow to be milked to the point of sickness because they don't care.
Are you around California doing seminars?
Yes. Yeah. I'll tell you what.
When is going to be your next where?
I'll write it down. Would you actually be interested in reading a copy? Yeah.
Yeah, these people they're talking about they're going to cut Medicare and they're going to cut this. And this new guy tries to go to Washington, Jose Hernandez. You know, they says he goes for 96 million cut out of Medicare and all that stuff. I don't know how they figure that.
How do they figure they're just going to take it out of Medicare like that?
Yeah.
Yep. When that's been a set program that's been set for decades.
I like to find the real truth. I know I'll be here for a few more years, but I need to be in peace and happy.
Yeah, right?
They don't know how they're going to get the country out of debt. That's the real thing.
They're not. They're just driving it deeper and deeper in debt. They're trying to get a country out of debt by spending more and more money.
Exactly. Exactly.
This meter, you know, the meter thing that is moving, the economy is that real? Because when they have
the debt meter.
The
debt meter when it's like
real.
It's like spinning out of control. Every hour it multiplies by like $1 billion or something.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I know that we raised the debt ceiling. We had